Hello, my sweet, dear, magical friends, my strong, beautiful people. Welcome, willkommen to your Taurus lunar eclipse one-hit tarot messages. I am your remote viewer, Natalie, spelled N-A-T-A-L-E-E. All right, not doing the astrology presentation that I had planned and pre-written for the Taurus lunar eclipse, and we're just going to do a quick couple of hits for your tarot messages for what you can expect kind of around Halloween. This is going to be the October 28th lunar eclipse. I'm excited for this one. It's the last one in a process that started as early as like January 2022. I think there was like a partial one the end of 2021. So it's nothing new. This is going to be, hello, welcome, willkommen. It's going to be a resolution of things that we've already probably mastered by this point. Keeping it short because right now I think Mercury is crossing the South Node in Libra, about to be cazimi with the Sun. And I have found, you guys, just discovered, like last night into this morning, I'm excited, another kinetic, and they are like a grand, this is what's different. They speak my language. And this like kinetic teacher person, they're like a grand master, and someone that speaks to you. This is why everyone's spiritual path has to be completely unique, because the way we understand things, it has to be in our own personal language. I feel like God's favorite child right now because I have my like screenwriting teacher speaks my language. He's just talking normal for him, but I'm like, I'm getting it. You know, just found this kinetic teacher as well, and he speaks my language. You guys, I'm going to be throwing cars around a lot sooner than I expected. Way sooner than I expected. It's a whole big thing. And so I feel like this is, Kazimis for me are either I've discovered occult knowledge and I'm like taking all the information in, or I'm writing. So it may be a bit of both this upcoming weekend for me, but I'm definitely, I just got out of this wormhole to do this with you guys, and Taurus and Gemini brought some great energy for today's Patreon weekly readings. When I finish this with you guys, I'm going right back into that kinetic wormhole. So just really quick, a little sidestep, the etymological meaning, and you know I geek out on etymology, of the word convey. To convey meaning means to like take up water from like a stream or river and like bring it back to your campsite. That your thoughts and your feelings and your concepts, to take that out of you and to put it into someone else pure, without the tainting of their bias or their whatever, that is the gold. That is what I have with like the screenwriting teacher and this kinetic teacher. That's what I mean when I say they speak my language. And that's why it's so important for you guys to find the astrologers, the tarot readers, the psychics, the spiritual people, the doctors, the lawyer, all the people in your life that can give you their anecdotes or their experience or they're the way that they're just channeling. It's the same language as you, and that's when the catalyzations and the enlightenment and all of the big things happen. That's how I know. You know, like it because it just happens. You have the revelations, and that's the growth. They help you grow. So I am so excited that I found a kinetic that, like, oh my God, you guys, I have my North Node in my 9th house. I just gobble up. I gobble up information and knowledge and wisdom. When my teacher says something, it inspires me, and then I run off to go write it all down, and it's a whole, but that's the thing. So really excited about it. So very excited. Okay, tuning into the collective energy this entire like last little while, I just keep seeing the Sun card. So we're gonna go ahead and do some tarot and see what wants to come out in your messages. Hope you guys are having a great week. Great. Okay, so like I said, we're heading into the The weekend, if you're watching this anywhere around Wednesday, October the 18th, heading into the weekend of the Mercury 𝚃𝚎𝚗 squaring Pluto, really that's just going to be about just the truth. Don't be afraid of it. It's okay. We live to die another day. The thing I was, crying about last week, if I remember telling you guys about like a mental breakdown or an emotional breakdown, I've already gotten over it, and it's no big, like, it's okay. I can laugh about it now. And that's what you always want to do, is like, at the end of the day, you're probably just taking yourself too seriously. Just got to get over yourself and laugh about it, make a joke out of it. So all right, let's take a look. What can my people, and I'm just going to say, be very careful with this Halloween stuff, because I've tried to hide. There was a full moon on Halloween, and it was like, it was conjunct Uranus. I think it's some Uranian thing. Yep. And I tried to hide from it, like stay home and not do anything, not have any plans. And that was the Halloween. I remember I told you guys. So if you guys watched back then, that's, this already. But I ordered groceries, and I went to go pick up the groceries, and the guy couldn't get, like, he was stuck at the end of my block because some madman was wielding like a knife or a weapon or something and like running around my neighborhood. So I had to go out there in my moo and my like whatever, just like, slippers and little short shorts and whatever, and whole line of police cars, their lights just like, I felt like, I'm like, they're about to shoot my ass, right? So I had to go, and I had to go back and forth, get it, because I'm just like, getting these groceries. And so it's like, you try to run from these things, and it doesn't, the energy like just has to express itself. So don't be afraid of whatever, whatever comes up this weekend. It could be, I'm excited. We're moving remote viewing RV Jamboree to Saturdays and Sundays to accommodate everyone's schedule. So we're having another one this Saturday at 12 o'clock CST. And here's what's really cool. I'm leading you guys through these meditations and catalyzing your remote viewing. We're working that muscle. I'm excited for this personally, because it's like getting me better at customizing the meditations to suit my students. So I'm excited. So that's going to be this weekend. All right, let's go ahead and get some messages. What message am I channeling here for the people watching? You guys need to know. We've got, okay, this is like a big, thick, I'm not taking this entire thing, taking the bottom, which is the Queen of Wands. Taking the Queen of Wands, and your other popper is the Knight of Wands. I love this. This is very action, very solar, confident energy. This is confidence. This is confidence. And here's the thing about facing fears. It's not that the world ends because something doesn't go your way. It's not that everything is over just because you don't get what you want. You live to die another day. It means that it doesn't make you infallible. It means that you are going to learn, and you're going to grow, and you're going to get better, and you're going to keep going. That's what it comes down to. That's where confidence really should be, is not that you just win everything that you try. Guys, anything you see in my life that I have, there are so many failures. There's there's hundreds of thousands of failures. And I mean that because I've been on tens of thousands of auditions. So, the thing about last week, actors go through that all the freaking time. Not getting a Christian Bale stares at a wall for 30 minutes, So it's about getting back up. So I like the Queen of Wands. Could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, Sun, Moon, Rising. Doesn't have to be, but just like the stones. Got the stones. Oh. And we have, the Nine of Wands, the Fool, and the Lovers in your next position. Nine of Wands, the Fool, and the Lovers. It's not a risk if it doesn't make you a little uncomfortable. It's not a risk if it doesn't pull you out of your comfort zone. It's not a risk if you know how it's going to like all happen. It's, so there is some kind of like risk or chance, or I don't know if this is trust. I'm hearing forgiveness. Interesting. Okay, so she's telling me to tell you that forgiveness, you need to use forgiveness as a tool in every single relationship that you care about. It has to be there. You just have to choose the right relationships and the right people to use that forgiveness with. If you're forgiving someone transgressing against you and they can't help themselves, you're using them to hurt yourself and you have a subconscious repellent to like being loved fully or something like that, right? So when it's used appropriately, forgiveness is one of the most beautiful things in life, and it could really, it's a beautiful tool in your relationship because you grow and you move on, and they don't transgress against you or whatever it was, whatever you're forgiving. So I'm just getting forgiveness from the Nine of Wands here. And I mean real forgiveness, not like let's just move, let's just let time, let's just move it all forward, and then I'm gonna resent you and I'm gonna throw it back in a fight. And you know what I mean? Like really let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, the Romeo card. The Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Beautiful energy. It's very sweet. Very, very sweet energy. Bottom of the deck, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Ooh, I like this. I'm a Capricorn. It's very nice to have colleagues where we just like all show up. We do the work. That's why this is going to be a little bit shorter, because all I want to do with my life is telekinesis and screenwriting, and I have to do, whenever I have to do anything else outside of like the psychic stuff, then I get a little like I had to. So Patreon has like, there's like a glitch, and they're gaslighting me about a glitch. I emailed support. They're like, no, and I'm like, yeah. They try to gaslight me again. But this Mercury cross in the South Node, I sent them a screen recording. How are you going to gaslight me about a screen recording? By the way, that's how you know you're with like a narcissist situation, when you're like recording your conversations and then like playing it back for them. Like, so, but yeah, things like that get me like, I get impatient because I'm like, this is not my life purpose to argue with support, like I should be doing this. So, all right, back to, so there's a great simpatico at work with colleagues. You're all on the same page. This is really sweet. You may be celebrating someone's like birthday. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like little cupcakes. I'm seeing little like, someone might be diabetic. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing like it's nice. People care about you. People care about each other at work. It's nice. Very nice. All right, let's start clarifying. We'll do one little, this is the format that I use for my weeklies over on Patreon for all of the 12 zodiac signs. We live stream every day. And I do these 3 positions, the overall, and then we go ahead and clarify. Tell me about the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, please. Ooh, ooh. I try to help. Try to help. All right. So I'm getting someone that loses their nerve at the last moment. This could be a Saturn issue. It doesn't have to be, but it might be, because that's, Saturn is like the fear planet. So it rules a lot, but it's like the fear. This is like the Beckham documentary, losing your nerve at the last moment. You need the sun. Why do I feel like you're resisting help though? I feel a resistance with this. There's a timeline where you're not like that. You or someone that you're dealing with. All right, let's take a look at the Nine of Wands. Yeah, someone is like, whatever you're nervous about, whatever you're insecure about, that's the thing that's not going to happen. Like the worst fear. Someone's just tweaking out. I'm getting tweakage here. Let's take a look at the Nine of Wands, the Fool, and the Seven of Swords. Remember what I said about having to choose the right people and relationships to use forgiveness, using forgiveness with the right people. My concern is that you need to have the confidence to trust yourself. That's why you need like your own alone time to hear your own voice. You just need to hear your own voice. Let that be very clear and true. And it has to be separate from everyone else's voice. It has to be separate from, this is why everyone needs to meditate. Meditation, meditation, meditation. Um, because you have to know what that sounds like and what that feels like to have that kind of confidence to move forward and like just trust yourself. Here's the thing about trust, because this is the forgiveness thing that we're opening up. Like, all my analogies are going to be telekinesis and screenwriting. So once I had a good feeling about this like writing course, tried it, loved it, totally worked, made everything better. Really wonderful. But there was a time when I was judging. There was a time when I was researching this guy. I was looking up all of the, making sure that it's not a racket, making sure I wasn't going to waste my money, waste my time, waste my hopes, waste my, before I had taken this course, I met with a literary manager in Los Angeles, told me, Natalie, once you understand story structure, you will be unstoppable. And, you know, I thought I did know story structure. Okay, I thought I did. I read Sid Field's book. I thought I knew it already, but I didn't take that. You can't take success and compliments personally if you're not going to take like negativity personally. So like my attitude is, whatever people want to project onto me that's not true about me, I'm not taking that personally. And likewise, if I get like any kind of like over flattery or something, I don't take that personally either. I'm neutral. I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? You just can't give your power away like that to say, um, okay, I'm only going to listen to the great things people say about me, and I'm just going to like have a boundary with like the negative things people. No. So I took the criticism and I looked for a course. That was like in 2020, found a course, did my research. I'm like, I hope this is going to teach me the story structure that I wasn't getting from Sid Field's book, right? I formed my opinions, took in all my information, and then I made the judgment. I made the judgment, followed my intuition. And once you make the judgment, you just trust yourself. You don't go back on the judgment. You let it go. I decided to trust this course, trust this, information, trust this way of doing my work. And then I don't think about it. I don't think about it. If anyone doesn't like my stuff, okay, it's me. Something I'm not good enough yet, but it's not what I learned in the course or whatever, right? So it's like you've got to really decide for yourself where that boundary is, where that, like, I decide I'm going to do it or I'm not. I decide I'm going to trust this or I'm not. I decide, but then you just don't go back on it. And so I'm picking up someone, there's something, I feel like there's like a forgiveness thing. Maybe there's a forgiveness thing with someone over here. There's a trust thing with like someone over here, maybe trusting the self, maybe trusting somebody else. You gotta, I feel like someone may be afraid of even being right about something, being afraid to trust yourself, being afraid to live that kind of life. When you live like very independently, like spiritually, it's like you and God. It's you and source, you and divinity, you and your higher self. And when you live that life, everything changes. I promise you, everything changes. It puts you on it's a whole different thing. So I feel like there's like mental healing that needs to happen when it comes to your relationship with yourself, because it's affecting some outer relationships. Now, some of you could be resolving all of this, getting over these things, healing these things. If you're watching this anywhere around October the 18th, Mercury coming up with the South Node, Sun just passed South Node. Like I'm not really getting a whole lot of loss. I'm seeing, just issues from the past coming up to find their final resolution and really know how you feel, where you stand, where they feel, where they stand, and just making peace with the whole thing. And like I said, not taking yourself so seriously and laughing at it all at the end of the day. Because I have channeled some dark collective energy, which I've already looked in my videos, and we all need to stick together. Okay. Like we're all counterculture people. If you're into spirituality, astrology, psychics, tarot readings, we're all like that because these things in and of themselves are by definition counter to the culture. Even though you pick up a magazine and people are financially, perfumes that have the different zodiac signs and stuff like, monetizing it, it's becoming more mainstream, but intrinsically, inherently, this is all counterculture. Just like in the 50s, the culture were the athletic people, and the counterculture were, musicians and rock stars and bands and being sensitive and emotional and writing moody lyrics. Then that became culture, and then counterculture were like the tech nerds and the geeks and, Apple and Bill Gates and all that. Now they're the culture. So now the counterculture is us, we people. All right. So let's take a look. I already know. Let's take a look at this Knight of Cups. Tell me about the Knight of Cups, please. Oh, wow. The Queen of Cups. And I'm not going to get to talk about the Sun today. Ooh, I really want to talk about it. All right. So the Queen of Cups with the Knight of Cups. There's two queens here. There could be like a same-sex couple, or there could be something like that. There could be something like that happening for those of you that resonates. But I am seeing two queens, like feminines. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, this is all really positive. If these are issues that are coming up with confidence or forgiveness or forgiveness, it's kumbaya. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. There might be someone that makes some kind of like someone that you thought hates you at the office is the one that throws you the birthday party at the office and puts up all the decorations or something like that. One of the wisest things my sister ever said to me, Gemini, I asked her, I'm like, how are you like friends with everybody? How do you do that? And she goes, well, when people are mean to me, I'm just nice to them until they like me. Blew my mind. There's someone here is able to really let go of like superficial things. And it's not like it's superficial where people are caring about like money or something. This is like the confidence or low self-esteem issue, or like forgiveness issues, or, trust issues, trusting yourself or trusting people or relationships. It's like none of that really matters because we're all in this together. None of that. We have the same goal. We have the same want. We have the same values. We have the same morals, same ethics. We have the same, it's like, so this eclipse is going to clear out any last little dredges of any issues that you may have had since end of 2021, beginning of 2022. Wow. You guys get kumbaya. You know what I've been seeing? I've been seeing astrologers putting up separate videos to talk about like the mundane and the political. I think that's such a Libra solution. That's so freaking wonderful. Because if you're channeling to talk about this, it's either because people need to see it, or you need to, like, for your own subconscious process like the trauma of the world happening. So that belongs somewhere. So I love that they're making like dedicated videos, because I'm just going to fast forward. Give me the Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius horoscopes. All these astrologers are channeling. There's a million different things to say about every astrological thing. So it's nice to have a little roster of astrologers, or a little, a little carousel of them, because they're all going to channel different things, and it's really quite beautiful. All right, tell us the guidance. Ooh, goodness gracious. We have luck is on your side, but you got to go as you're guided. You always have to really go as you're guided when you get to tap into like luck. You have to go as you're guided. That's how luck is on your side, because you're following your intuition. You're following. See, for me, it's always like my intuition that lines up, and then I get like the information that I'm searching for confirms that intuition. Then I sign up for the course. Then I go to the event. Then I, do the thing. Your other popper. Have faith in your dreams. Let's put that real close. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon energy. There's like nothing stopping. Go back to the Rob Reiner thing. There's either like outside events keeping the two people together, or there's like a psychosis, like a neurological anxiety, mental thing keeping people apart, So it's like there's nothing actually keeping you from happiness. There's nothing actually keeping you from a great work situation. That's what the Nine of Swords is having you think, that there's like, but there's not. There's not. Oh, bring love into the situation. Do what I do, practice spiritual love. We're all in this together. We all need to, it's going to come time when we need friends, all right? We need to just put everything behind us, be grown-ups, and just be comrades, okay? Because it is going to get pretty real. All right, how are we doing on oh, lovely. All right, I'm going to go back in my wormhole. When I read, see, I'm a mystic. So the schizophrenic drowns in the water, the same water that the mystic swims in with delight. That's Joseph Campbell. I will be back to share what I've learned, throwing cars for you guys. I am ecstatic. You guys have a great little while ahead. I'll be back Monday for the astrology for the week ahead. Until then, my lovelies, check your subscription. Make sure you have hit the notification bell, and I will check in on you guys then. Until then, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.